I love me some gear that gets me through the cold months. Do not be fooled by the fake spring. It's still winter. You still need the cold gear to get through those early runs, those freezing runs, heck, even the middle of the night kind of runs. The No Day Off collection by Tracksmith has been clutch for me this winter. I've been doing a ton of cold running. I'm talking about cold, like freezing temperatures, but I'm still getting out there. And Tracksmith No Days Off collection, as well as some other pieces, have been critical in me getting out. Now today's review, I'm going to go over all of those items, how I use them and how they performed, and really just give you the honest opinion on what I think about Tracksmith's cold gear. One thing I do want to point out, Tracksmith sent me these items, but they have no idea what I'm going to say, and they have no control in what I put in today's review. Now before I get into the rad gear, make sure you hit the like button and smash that subscribe button. You know you want to, it costs you nothing, but it absolutely helps the channel. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk about some rad gear from Tracksmith. The first piece up is the No Days Off long sleeve. Now when I first got this and I pulled this out, I was a little worried. I didn't want to look like Steve Jobs out there. It has like a turtleneck on here. I pulled it out and I was like, this is just not my style, not really my look. But honestly, when the temperatures got cold, I am so glad I had this on. So on the front, there's like almost like a windbreaker material. And on the back is that like merino wool kind of material. So very breathable, keeps you warm. And then the front, because of the material, when I am out there in the 20s, high 20s, low 30s, this thing has been perfect just by itself. Because again, in the front, it's protecting me from the wind that's coming through. Where I live, it's always freaking windy. It really is. So having this is perfect, protects my lungs. I'm not breathing hard. But again, the materials they use, the merino wool, I love it. It's my favorite material ever. It just keeps me warm. This does a fantastic job. And while I didn't love the turtleneck up top, when I first opened it, I'm actually glad I had it because it definitely kept my neck warm. A lot of times I have a beard, so I got my face covered, and now I have my neck covered. I don't always love wearing a gaiter, just not really my style. So again, having this, the little turtleneck kind of material was really nice. And again, up on the turtleneck is that material. It's like that windbreaker material, so it definitely kept me covered. The one other nice thing about this shirt is that it fits really nice under as like a base layer. So I wore this when it was in the teens, wore this and then a jacket on top of it, and it kept me extremely warm, honestly. The way it fits my body, it's not too skin tight, but it's definitely not loose, so it definitely works as a regular layer as well as a base layer. The one thing I do want to point out as well, I sweat a lot, and this material really worked with my sweat. The one thing you don't want to be doing is sweating a ton in cold, and then like your body gets cold when you stop running. Didn't have any issues with that. This is definitely going to cost you a good amount of money, but again, overall, if you are looking for one piece for the cold temps, this does a really fantastic job. Next up is going to be the No Days Off tee. This thing's really nice. I love the materials. Even now that it's getting a little bit warmer, I'm wearing this with some half tights or some shorts, and I really love the look and the feel of this. The one nice thing about this is it really does handle my sweat extremely well. This isn't something I'm going to be wearing out in the summertime, but fall, winter, spring, it feels fantastic either as a base layer, and honestly, for me personally, I've been wearing this as a t-shirt over my merino wool Harrier long sleeves. I don't know why, but I've really got into wearing like a t-shirt over my long sleeve. I want that extra protection over my lungs. A couple years ago when I got COVID, I had some hard time breathing. I started doing that and I never stopped doing it. But again, this is like, there's nothing too crazy about this shirt. I like the design, it's simple, but the materials, reality, just fit me really well. I love it. It's definitely on the baggier side. So I have a medium. Fits me really well, not skin tight, can definitely wear it on top of a long sleeve, and it does the job. One thing I want to point out, follow the instructions for how to clean this. Don't just throw it in your washer and dryer and think it's not going to have any issues. You definitely want to follow the instructions here. You can shrink this pretty darn easily. If the first time you wash it, you don't follow the instructions. Again, nothing too crazy about this tee. I just really like it, honestly. It just fits my body well. I've worn this on a lot of runs, handles my sweat well, fits my body extremely well, and honestly, I'm digging the looks. The next item is the No Days Off full tights. This is my favorite piece of everything Tracksmith sent you. Hands down, I love these half tights. I love the pockets they did. These are different than the other Tracksmith tights I had. They have two big pockets right in the back, which I love. I love that they did this. I put my phone in one and I put my gels in the other, and it just works really nicely. And they also have a zipper pocket right here. It's not a big zipper pocket, but I can stash my keys, zip it up, and I don't have to worry about it. Honestly, out of all the Tracksmith full tights that I've worn, these pockets, hands down, are my favorite. They really are. The other nice thing about these half tights are the materials they're using. They definitely block the wind for me. I've run to teens with this and these tights, and just these tights alone, and I'm perfect. I'm not too hot, I'm not too bulky, and I'm able to just cruise through the miles and feel really comfortable. The one thing I've learned when you get into the colder temps and you try to wear tights for it, it just feels uncomfortable. It's too much materials, and sometimes you have to double up. Thankfully with these ones, I didn't have to double it up. The other really cool feature about this, which really helps on the days I'm getting out early, when I'm wearing a headlamp, is the reflective materials. It really works. I ran with a buddy of mine and he had a headlamp on and he's like, dang, those are bright. And honestly, that's what I want. I have it up front and you have one in the back. That's what I want. I want the drivers to know I'm out there. So those are amazing features to it. And the one nice thing about this, the crotch area, not to get into too much material, it's like, it feels like there's a double layer right there. So that is one thing you don't want to be cold. Men, gentlemen watching this, you know what I'm talking about. The materials in the crotch area are just really nice. They protect you. Overall, the materials themselves are really nice, but that's a huge feature for me. I always look into that, especially when it's extremely cold. Is there an extra layer right there? Is there something protecting me while also not being too freaking bulky? Again, these are my hands down my favorite. I had probably the most runs in these. I'm telling you, easily 200 plus miles in these half tights, or these full tights right now. I just love them. I also love the materials they're using. I can hang these up, dry them out, and go into another run. The materials don't hold on to stink. Now, the big issue for these ones, they're gonna cost you a lot of money. I believe they're close to $200, but I'm telling you, the cost sucks, but these are so freaking nice. And if you are running in the cold and you're training for something that you need to get out early, these are definitely the tights you're going to want on your body. The next up is accessories. I'm going to put them both into one category because I don't have a ton to say about it. The hat is really simple. It's 100% merino wool. Kept me extremely warm. It covers my ears. One thing I love about this one, it's big enough to cover my ears, and I'm not feel like I'm stretching it. I've had some hats where I feel like it's not big enough for my head and it sits awkward and sometimes my earlobes stick out. No, this fits me really well. Love the materials. I can wear a headlamp on it, and honestly, it's just a really solid hat. So if you're looking for a hat that you can also wear regular, I mean, this is probably the one for you. The No Day Off mittens. I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm just not digging them. Just not my style. I don't mind wearing mittens or anything like that, but honestly, I feel like I'm wearing oven mitts when I'm wearing these. They're warm, they do the trick, but I feel like I'm about to take out some cookies that I just made in the oven. They're okay. They're warm. They're not the warmest gloves that I have. This is probably the weakest item that I've received from Tracksmith in quite some time. They're good. They're weird. Look at that. I don't know how to best put it. I just don't love running in them. And usually with Tracksmith, it's like a home run. This is just a pass for me. They're nice, so if you are looking for mittens that are warm, these are definitely it. They're not the warmest mittens. I think there are better options out there for gloves, but they're just solid. But for me, they're a pass. And one of the last pieces for the running portion of this is the Downeaster Hoodie. This thing's really nice. I love the merino wool that they are using. I've worn this in 20-degree weather, just this and like a t-shirt underneath of it, and it definitely does the job. I really enjoy this hoodie. But But one of the issues I have with this hoodie, I also like hanging out in this hoodie. It looks really good with a pair of jeans or the Downeaster sweatpants that I have. So my issue with this one is I can't use it for both. So when I wear it for my run, it's all sweaty, I gotta hang it up, and I can't wear it for post-run, which kind of stinks. And if I wanna wear it for post-run, I can't wear it for the run. But overall, this fits really nicely. I love that the body, it's a medium that I wear. It's definitely baggier on the bottom, but the arms are definitely kind of more fitted, which is really nice. I like when a piece of garment does that, when the body feels a little bit more looser, but the arms aren't. I hate when my arms feel baggy when I'm running. This again, the hood is really nice. I don't really wear hoods on it, but I've definitely worn this for recovery, and I've definitely worn this for post-run. I'll throw it on, cover the ears up, add it to it. And then the other nice thing is it's a little bit of a mock turtleneck. Covers my neck, which is really cool, especially for those cold months and days that you're out there. This again is one of those things that I'd say in the 30s, it's gonna be perfect for it. You can definitely wear it in the 20s. Anything lower than that, I don't think it's enough material. You could definitely wear it as a outer layer and put something base underneath it, absolutely. But I do think this is the sweet spot of 30 degrees right there. But again, overall, the Downeaster hoodie is really nice, and it's effortless when I run in this, handles my sweat extremely well, but looks even better when you recover. All right, and the last piece, I know before I said that was the last piece for the kind of performance gear. Now I have the recovery, and these are the Downeaster full sweatpants. And these things I've been living in them. I'm not even going to kind of play it cool. I've been living in these. I've been wearing them to walk the dog in the morning, post run, after a long run, short run, you name it, I'm throwing these on. Half of the time when I'm done my long run, when I drive to a spot with my friend, half tights are still on, I throw these on top of it. I like that they're a little bit baggy. I went with a size medium for these, and I'm definitely glad I did. I like that they're a little bit baggy and that the legs aren't too tight. Sometimes, I have a lot of sweatpants that the legs are a little bit tight, but these ones are definitely on the baggier side, and I want that. After a long run, I do not want to be putting on tight things. I want them to easily be there, and I want them to be warm. And the materials they're using are just so freaking warm. They really are. They keep my legs warm, especially after a long run. Usually for a long run afterwards, when I get in my car, my body temperature drops, a lot of people's do, and I'm trying to have the warmest gear on possible. And these Tracksmith Downeaster sweatpants, perfect. I also love that they have 2 pockets in the front, and they also have a pocket in the back with a zipper, so I could throw my wallet in there, so post-run, go get a cup of coffee, whatever the situation is, walk the dog. So again, while the full tights for the no day off were my favorite performance piece, I am living in these. Absolutely living in them. They look fantastic. They feel fantastic. The Downeaster sweatpants, money this winter. Absolutely money. So there you have it. Those are the pieces from Tracksmith that I'm telling you right now, they've all been put through the ringer. I'm training for a marathon. I'm getting out there 5 o'clock, 5:30, early in the morning. It's been freezing in Pennsylvania. It's been freezing in Philly. And these are honestly the items I'm truly keep reaching for because they do the job. I don't care what the name is on the tag. If it doesn't do the job, I'm just not going to keep reaching for it. And these items definitely do the job. I'll definitely drop links in the description below. Go grab a couple of them. Honestly, remember, I'm not paid for this review. Tracksmith has no idea what I'm saying in this one. This is my honest opinion because this is the gear getting me through my winter months. And I think, again, this could help you because it's fake spring. Do not fool for it. It's still wintertime. Get this gear, stay warm, hit your goals. Now remember, if you haven't already, hit the like button and the subscribe button and let me know, have you tried any of this Tracksmith gear? It's pretty rad. I think you'll like it.